Hello, my name is Bill Montana. I'm going to tell you how I found my dream. It all started when I was living in a small town called Pebble Scratch. I mean, I thought I had it all. Good hair, good clothes, my own place. Back in those days, I thought I was the king. Every night I would head out to my favorite spot, where everyone knew my name, all the bartenders knew my drinks, and all the ladies knew my name. Alright, maybe not all the ladies. In fact, I was actually pretty bad with women. It's not like I didn't try, though. It seems like every night I was in there talking to another woman, just hoping that once one of them would actually want something to do with me. I was pretty pathetic. I would say anything for a woman to talk to me. I mean, I've tried everything. I'm on leave from the military. I've got a terminal sickness. I've even tried telling a woman that I was from the future. But no luck. They always saw right through me and knew exactly what I was full of. But every night I'd be out there trying out these ridiculous lines and tactics, just hoping that maybe one of them might actually want to come home with me. One night, my best friend came over, threw down a stack of cash on the bar, ordered a round of drinks, cut in right in the middle of my conversation. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get her attention. I mean, come on, look at him. Against this guy, I've got no shot. After that, I just left. I mean, what's the point, right? I don't know why I try so hard. Just building it up and building it up, just to be let down. The only thing running through my mind that night was, what's wrong with me? I mean, everywhere I turn, I see people hooking up. People hooking up over there, over here. People hooking up with each other. People hooking up with themselves. I mean, I'm not going to go into detail there, but I'll just say, I've seen some pretty wild stuff. I'm talking gross, horrific, disturbing things that I don't think anybody should ever have to hear about. I found in those situations, it's best to just get out. Usually, the day after, I would try and go reconnect with the girls from the night before. Go up to their house, knock on the doors, try and figure out what I did wrong. It was usually the same thing. Hey, what's up? Do you remember me? They never remembered. I'd say, yeah, you know, it's me, remember, from last night? They'd always tell me the same thing. You don't have the right look. You don't have the right attitude. You don't have the right smell. I'm not really sure what they're looking for. It's just pretty apparent, whatever it is, it's not me. I'd say, come on, babe, I'm hip. Most women just laughed, gave me a sarcastic, yeah, sure you are. Laughed some more, then walked away. Not this one. She just scoffed, closed the door, and I had to get out of there before I got yet another restraining order. So I figure, why not try and get a job? I mean, there's got to be something for me out there, right? It's got to be time for something to come my way. But it seems everywhere I turned, my nightlife haunted me. It seems like every employer had something to say about me. Not qualified, not enough experience, just not what we're looking for. I don't even know what that means. And the guys that did want me there, I could tell wasn't somewhere where I wanted to be. It seems like nothing out there was right for me. Why do these weirdos keep coming up in my life? That night, all I could think about was, what's the point? What's the meaning to all this? There's nothing left for me here. Why am I even bothering? I don't know. Maybe I was just sick of being such a failure. All I knew was, As I walked around that night, something had to change. I had to do something. So there I was, at the end of a rough day, preparing myself for bed. After brushing my teeth, I pulled out a strand of dental floss, which I soon discovered was way too short for practical use. Trying not to be wasteful, I tried to see if there was any possible way I could make this inferior string useful to me. As I dangled that seemingly insignificant strand of dental floss over the garbage, I noticed something. It was my passion, my purpose. It was finally so clear. Dental floss! I went over to my best friend's house to tell him the good news. He was confused at first, but can you blame him? I mean, admittedly, it is pretty outrageous. After he finally accepted the fact that I wanted to be a dental floss farmer, he asked all the serious questions. How are you going to get the startup capital? Who are you going to market to? Where are you going to get the land for all this? To be honest, these thoughts had never occurred to me. All I knew was, I had to chase my dream, and that's exactly what I told him. He later accepted it, as I knew he would. He said, as long as you're happy and do what you like, then I'll be happy for you. Go find yourself. So we parted ways. I told him I would call him when I got settled. As we said our goodbyes, he said, I hope you find what you're looking for out there. I never did find out why he liked those vegetables so much. So I got in the car and I drove. I drove all night, stopping occasionally to get coffee, of course. But I finally got there, ready to start work as soon as possible. I remember planting that first crop, so nervous about what would happen. I mean, could I really do this? Is this something I could make a career out of? I remember checking up on it almost every day, saying positive words, hoping that that would help. One day, just as I lost hope, it had happened. I had done it. I remember being so excited to unearth my brand new creation. The fruits of my labor, it had finally paid off. And soon after that, I had a whole crop of them. I couldn't believe it. After all this time of working at it, my long-anticipated dream was coming true. I had finally found what I was looking for, and I couldn't be happier.
I cannot go back to your frown land. It's made up of the ocean and the sky and the sun and the moon.